In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build part two of the toy train, the smokestack. So let's get started here. You can see I have an open design. So the first thing I'm going to do is like I did the train body, is I'm going to bring in a canvas. Now this is something you do not have to do. I'm just going to bring it in so you can see the numbers that I'm grabbing. You can have something on another screen or some printout from your instructor, but I'm going to put a canvas up there. So I'm going to go to insert, go down to canvas, go to my computer, and I'm going to find my smokestack. And I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to look at my front. I'm going to move it over a little bit, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to drag it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to drag it up here a little bit higher so I can see what's going on. So there's my little image so I can see all the dimensions on there. So let's get started. I'm going to use new sketch. And if I was in isometric view, I'm going to pick that sketch frame. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a line. Okay, and I'm going to look how tall my object is. So it's 1.75. So I'm going to make a line from my origin up, and then what we'll do is we'll dimension that at 1.75. And what I might do is I might maybe just finish this sketch real quick. I'm going to go back down to my canvas because it's a little bit in my way. I'm going to edit that. I'm just going to slide that over just so it's not on top of what I'm building. I'll hit OK, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit my sketch. So there's my 1.75. That's my height. Now this is a revolve. It says to use the revolve command. So I only want to build half of this. So some of these things I will only have to use half the dimension. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom, and it says the diameter of the bottom is 0.5, but I only need half of that. So I'm going to put a line in right there. I'm going to dimension it at 0.5. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 0.5, and now I'm going to divide that one by 2. Okay, so 0.25. Next one, I'm going to come up right here, and it says 0.25 is how far I'm coming up. So let's make another line from right here, and it's going to be 0.25. So now I've come over, and now I've come up. So now I need to get to this point right here. And that point is 1.5 high. But it also, if I look at it, this is this outside edge, and that's this right here, the diameter. So I need half of that. I need from the center here over. So I need half that. So here's how I'm going to accomplish that. I'm going to make a line, and I'm going to make a construction line. And I'm going to just put a line straight in like this. I'm going to get out of my construction mode. And now I'm going to put some dimensions. So I'm going to dimension from this line back down to the bottom here. And I'm going to make that 1.5. Now I want to go from my center point, which is going to be right through the center here. It's actually going to be this line. And I'm going to take half of this number. This is 1.25. So I'm going to dimension that line right there. I'm going to take 1.25. I'm going to say divide by 2. Okay, so now that's setting where that point is. So now I can go back and make another line. I can start from where I left off, which would be this point right here, and go right up in there. And now you can see I had that slanted part. I'm going to make another line from this top line. I'm just going to bring it straight over. And now I need to put this little slant line in here. And that's going to go from here to this top piece, but it's at a 15-degree angle. So watch how I'm going to put that in. I'm going to start from here. I'm going to bring up there, and you can see that degrees. You can see how tall it's going. I don't need to worry about the distance. So I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that tab key. If I brought this straight up, that would be 90 degrees. I need to bring it in 15 degrees. So what I'm going to do is 90 plus 15 is 105, or I can go 90 plus 15. And that's going to put that angle in there for me. Now, if I want, I can go back and I can trim this out. I don't have to because you can kind of see that this is already blue. So now I'm going to go finish sketch. I'm going to go to my revolve command. And now it's already got it selected because it's blue. So I'm going to hit my axis. My axis is going to be this center line that I put in. And I'm going to hit OK. And now you can kind of see there is my smokestack. Well, I got to put this centerpiece in here. All right, this center cutout. So that is just a hole because this little symbol right there is telling me it's a counter bore. It's telling me how big the counter bore is and how deep it is. Right? I can also see this center hole right here, and that's telling me that is 3.75. And that goes all the way down until it's a 0.25 from the bottom. So let's see how I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna make a hole. I'm gonna pick this face, and it should jump. If it doesn't, I'm gonna move out of the way. You can kind of see if I look at the top view here, it's not quite centered. All right, it's not quite centered, but you can grab it, you can move it around until it snaps on. That's why I started at the origin. So now I kind of moved it and it's going to go right on top of that origin. All right, let's go back into my view here and let's see. Okay, so I know it's going to be a counter bore, so I'm going to select counter bore, which is this one right here. And let's see what it says for my counter bore. If I come down here, it's going to tell me, ooh, this is the depth. It's showing me the first number, showing me the depth from the top all the way to the bottom. Well, I know from the top all the way to the bottom is 1.75, but that hole comes up also 0.25. So I would type in 1.75 minus 0.25. Whoop, I didn't want to exit out. Let me go back. We'll edit that. The next thing is my counter bore, and it is 8.75. So that's what my counter bore is showing me. The next thing, if I look over at my counter bore note, it says it goes down 0.375. So I have it already set up, down 0.375. And the last thing it's telling me, this inside hole here is 0.375. So I have that in there, 0.375. If I hit OK, I'm going to go down and I'm going to take my canvas and I'm not going to delete it. I'm just going to suppress it. And now you can see if I rotate this around, I have my nice smokestack. Again, if I want to, I can come up here. I can either pick my color wheel or I can go to modify and pick appearance. And I might change this a little bit. I think the train engine we made red. So I'm going to come down here. We'll go to paint. I'm going to go to glossy. Let's go to glossy. And I'm going to actually make this yellow. Close. And now we'll save it. And I'm going to call it smokestack. All right. And there's my smokestack. I hope you liked this video. And if you did, please hit that like button. Hopefully you'd subscribe to my channel.